We've gone from like really long paragraphs to like itty bitty ones. It's really funny, and this is so flippin' fun. Hey, what's up my writing friends? Welcome back to my AuthorTube channel. I'm Autumn Ashley, and in today's video, we are actually going to be doing a writing experiment, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to give you more details on that a little bit later. But right now, we're gonna go pick up our breakfast, and then we're gonna come back and get started on this writing experiment. What's up, kid? Okay, I have everything. I have this. I have my little breakfast, which is avocado toast. Okay. Hi. Oh, wait, hang on. I need a knife. Now we're back. So for this experiment, I'm actually really excited for this. So I was looking online because I wanted to do writing experiments, but something that I've never tried before, and that can help with my story and to help strengthen my writing. I was looking through and I ended up finding one. I will leave this in the description box below if you want to check it out. This experiment is to write a novel in 1,500 words. And I know that's not technically a novel. If you Google what is a novel,
The definition of novel: a fictitious prose narrative of book length, typically representing character and action with some degree of realism.
well, that's what Google says is a novel. But we all know typically novels are like 50,000 words or whatever. This experiment is going to be writing this novel in 1,500 words. Beginning, middle, and end, 1,500 words around. I mean, if I get 1,600 or 1,449 or what have you, this is the experiment. For the experiment, it says my challenge is to create a story of my own in 1,500 words consisting of 10 sections, about 150 words each. I'm not gonna create a new story. What I'm going to do is I have been working on my project, which I've been doing writing vlogs on, and it is To Save the King, aka Project Brina, and I'm actually going to use that story for this project. To make this challenge a little more challenging, the way I'm going to write this little brief novel, I'm actually gonna start from the end and work to the beginning. The reason for this is because I've already written 25,000 words towards the story. I finished Act 1. And there are 3 acts in my story. But what I want to do is work from the end and go to the beginning. Since I already know the beginning, I don't want to revisit that right now. I want to go ahead and start at the end, work my way to the middle, and then do the beginning. But I want to really focus on the ending and work forward. So that's going to be an addition to this 1,500 word novel experiment. Let me finish this real quick and I'll get back to you. I have returned, I have my laptop, and I have my writing journal. It does say in there to break it up into like 10 different sections or whatever, so I'm gonna put a little bit of my own spin on it. I'm going to take my outline, which is the 3-act, 9-block, 27-chapter structure. I'm going to go through each of those 27 blocks and really home in on exactly the most important thing that is going on in that block. I'm gonna write it down in my journal, just like keywords, because I'm gonna use those keywords to develop the sentences that are going to be part of the novel, the experiment novel of 1,500 words. I'm going to use my outline. I'm going to use my journal to do this, and once I transfer some of the things from my outline to my journal, then I'm going to open a new Word document and work on the novel in that Word document. I don't think it's gonna take me too long to do like the plotting portion of this. I think the more challenging part is actually going to be writing the story, and I think also is writing the story in reverse. I feel like that kind of adds a little bit to it. So let's go ahead and run through the outline and write some important words, keywords in my journal, and then we are going to start actually writing this novel. I just had to sit here and laugh at myself for a second because I am such a plotter. I'm plotting my novel's outline to plot another novel for my story. I just thought that was really funny, and I just had to share like my brief laugh, my funny to myself. It's probably not as funny to you guys as it is to me, but I thought it was really funny, so I just wanted to share that with the class. I finished going through my outline, and y'all, this is a kick story. I absolutely love it. I mean, I think the ending that I have in here is obviously going to be a little different than what it is going to finally be and what I've been thinking about since I've actually been writing the story. It is definitely gonna change, and I was going through all of the blocks and I was like feeling the hype, and I was like, yeah, I love this, man. And then I had the ending and I was like, ooh, if I was a reader and that happened, I would probably be really because of where I want the story to go in like the long run, it definitely is going to have to change. But I'm actually really excited to do this experiment now. I mean, I was super excited before, but now I'm like really pumped to do it. And I don't know if it's the coffee or I'm just really proud of myself and super pumped with the story. I'm excited to see it going in reverse. So now I am actually going to be going through the outline and jotting down all of the notes that I have for my journal. Oh my gosh, yeah. So let's do this. I just finished doing the outline, so I have 3 pages of notes for what I want this 1500 word novel to be. Obviously, there are going to be some things that are going to change in the story and the final draft, and there are some things that while I was going through this outline and writing down some key scenes and key things that are happening in the story, they are going to need to be expanded on when I finally get to that point. But this is just an exercise. It is just for fun. It is really just to see my story and just to have fun with it, man. I'm going to work on the story. 1500 words, I think that's what, about like 3 pages? I mean, I give or take some. I have 27 points. I guess that's what I should say. There are 27 points. There are 27 different things that have to happen in the story. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, so the pacing might be a little off, but I'm not too worried about that. And it's just going to be one draft for this 1500 word novel. I'm not gonna edit it. We're not going to spend weeks and months trying to perfect it. This is just a one and done type deal. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited to see how it's all going to play out and try to pick the most important things that are happening in each chapter that are obviously going to push the story forward and not get into like the nitty gritty of everything because I only have 1500 words. It's really going to be a challenge because I'm such a descriptive writer. I like to paint the scene. So I'm going to be interested to see how me and my painting of each scene is going to go from that to 1 or 2 sentences to describe exactly what's happening, the key scenes, the key things that are happening throughout the story for the final product. Let's go ahead and get to actually writing this little novel and see how it goes. So far, I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters, and I have written 561 words. What this tells me is that I am definitely an overwriter, but we're gonna keep going, and I am definitely 110% going to be way over the 1500 words. Now that I know that, I'm going to try to make some of these chapters a little bit shorter. I totally should have tried to give myself an estimate for each of the acts and how long I wanted each of the acts and the chapters to be. But I didn't want this experiment to take 16 years to do. I'm not too worried. I'm still really excited to see how this is going to go. I don't think this novel is going to be 1500 words. If we want my guess, it'll probably be about 3000 words. But if I can make this a little bit shorter and try to keep it as close to 1500 words as I can, I'm gonna try to do it. And I can already tell by just briefly going over some of the other words and some of the chapters that I've already written, they are definitely bulky. 1 or 2 sentences each, like I said before, which I totally did not do because I was getting into it. Let's tone it down just a smidge so we can try to hit this goal of 1500 words. I just checked my word count. So I've done chapters 19 through 27, because remember, I'm going backwards to forwards. I think I've done roughly about 8 chapters. And in those 8 chapters, I have written 784 words. I have definitely toned it down a little bit. It's tough. It's definitely tough trying to choose what is the most important thing that is happening in each of these chapters. It's really difficult. I just finished chapter 15. I've done 15 through 27 already. So what's that? 12-ish? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I'm about halfway through, we'll say that. I am about halfway through the story. And so far in our novel, I have written 981 words. I have definitely cut back on the amount of words I'm putting in each chapter, and it is slowly getting more difficult because I feel like the more I press forward, I have to use less sentences. So I don't go over the 1500 word count goal. Like, that's the challenge, is to get around 1500 words. I mean, not 1500 words exactly. Like, I mean, that's not my superpower, but roughly around 1500 words. This is a really fun exercise, but boy, it is quite challenging. I have 11 more chapters to go, and I wanted to do another check-in. I have written 1,124 words. We've gone from like really long paragraphs to like itty bitty ones. It's really funny, and this is so flippin' fun because I feel like I'm writing my entire novel, which is what I'm doing. I just can't wait to see my little mini novel all put together. It's gonna be cute, and I really like seeing it. There are definitely some things that when I'm writing the actual draft and going back through and editing everything, there are definitely some things that I need to keep in mind. Some things that are probably going to change slightly. So far, it's not bad. So far, I'm really liking it.
Error 1. Move robot to new location. Then press clean to restart. Please open the iRobot Home app for help.
I don't remember what I was saying. So I guess on that very awkward note, let's go ahead and get back to writing and let's finish this bad boy. Let's do it, man. I'm on the last half of my little teeny outline of my outline. I'm on the last half of that. I have 7 more chapters to go. And I have a word count, a total word count, oh, minus some words, roughly, because I have like the title in this. So far, it's about 1,326 words. We're getting close to the ending, or the beginning, I guess technically is the term. We're getting close to finishing this experiment, and we're getting extremely close to our word cap. Let's see what I can do with these last 7 chapters. I just finished the entire thing. I'm going to rearrange it so when I give the final word count, it's going to be exactly how it is. Since I was doing it in reverse, I just did the chapter number, like, so 27 or 5 or 1, and then I would write out the line. But now I'm going to mash it together so it's all one, like, flowing paragraph or paragraphs. I haven't looked at it since I gave you the last update, so it is killing me because I really want to know. I just restructured it and I flipped everything around so it's like flowing like normal, beginning, middle, and end versus end, middle, beginning. It ended up being a little more than 2 pages. I'm really excited. All right, here we go. Tools and word count. I'm scared to look. Oh my gosh! Okay, so my total word count ended up being 1,492 words. Oh my gosh, I could not have planned that any better. Y'all, oh my gosh. If I had just added 8 words somewhere else, totally would have made the goal. But wow, oh my gosh, that is freaking crazy. Well, all right, I would say that this was a success. Heck yeah. Okay, my thoughts on this. It was super fun. I highly recommend this. I feel like I have a really good sense of where my story is going, and I'm actually very, very proud of this. This mini novel, and also the novel in general, and just how creative I was at doing this experiment, but also with the story itself. This was great. It's another tool that I'm gonna get to use when I am working through my novel. If you guys decide to do this little experiment, definitely let me know so I can check it out because it was super fun. Please let me know if you guys liked this video, and if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel so you can be part of this writing journey. For all of July, I'm actually going to be doing a writing experiment. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!